Hey y'all, it's Lauren and Jamie.
Today we're talking about relationship red flags.
This is the Chicks and Dip podcast. Hey y'all,
Hello, hello.
it's Lauren.
It's me, Jamie. Welcome to the Chicks and Dip podcast.
We are here for episode 12, y'all.
Yeah.
It's a hot one. Can y'all see us sweating?
We are sweating. Last week I was profusely sweating, so I decided to wear pants this week because that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm. You
That
can't
makes a lot
see
of
the
sense.
sweat, but it doubles.
It's there. I
can't
can
see it.
promise you.
Oh my God. Anyway, we have another good episode for y'all. We're talking about red flags. We did a little crowdsourcing this week.
We did.
So this is going to be really fun.
Yeah, we're going to mix in some of our own red flags that we've kind of seen. So we'll get some personal stories. We know y'all love those.
Yes. But we do want to tell you what we did on Saturday. We just did, well, I guess this will have been last Saturday, but we did Savannah Bar Crawl's Everybody Gets Laid Bar Crawl. If you follow us on socials, which you should, we posted about this. We partnered with them to do some promo, and it was a really fun night.
We had so much fun. I think we all got a little more turned than we thought we were going to. Lauren thought we were going to have like a quick, easy night, and we just knew that wasn't going to happen.
No.
But by the end of it, we always meet characters. I feel like we just attract random characters every time we're out. Do you want to talk about yours first?
I don't know if I wanted to claim him. But yes, we made a lot of new friends, and for whatever reason, I became the one that one of our new friends was gonna tell some like lessons to. So to set the scene with this man, throughout the night, like he's telling everybody in the group, but has honed in on my ear. He's going, "Lauren, I'm crazy," and I'm like, "Cool." And he goes,
Nice.
"No, like." I'm crazy. Like he started singing like it was getting crazier and crazier throughout the night. We'd go to the next bar and he'd be like, "Ha ha, I'm crazy," in my ear. And I'm like, "Oh, ooh."
Is this good or bad? Should I be scared?
A little bit scared. Yeah. And so I like was just kind of, I'm like, "Cameron, please come here." And so like I'm hanging out with Jamie, I'm hanging out with Cam, we're hanging out with Mr. Crazy. And then by the end of the night, I don't even know how we got on this conversation. I think that he just started telling me about how I should be using organic toothpaste. Hard no. Organic deodorant. I'm here to say that will never happen. I sweat so much. And then he like wrapped it all up, just hounding in my like head that anything that doesn't come directly from an animal or like a root is killing us. So I was like, great. Awesome. On that note, I'm about to go get a burger and fries to go, and I'm going to go to bed. Good night, sir. Crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and I just left. I think I actually came up to you, and I know as soon as I got in the car, my mom picked us up, and I was like, "Mom, please get me some regular food, some regular deodorant. I need to get away from this man." Like, weird.
It was just too much. And honestly, I don't know how I missed that part of the No, actually, I do know how I missed it
do.
because of Pickleback Man.
Ugh.
So pretty much, this man, and we were joking around about this, how like you think it's going to be such a romantic moment when someone comes up to you and they're like, "I think you are the most beautiful human being in the world. Like I had to get to know you." No, this was really horrific. Clearly this man had been taking pickleback shots all night. And listen, I love a good pickle. Lauren does not. Do not ever give her pickles. That's why our friendship works, because she'll give me the pickle if she orders a burger. But he was clearly having those all night because he smelled like a straight up pickle.
Literally, smell that mouth from a mile away.
Oh my God, it was really horrible. And he ran up to me, said X, Y, and Z of, "Wow, you're so beautiful. I need to get to know you." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. That's great." He's like, "Do you want to take a shot?" I'm like, "Sure." Twist my arm, whatever. Orders a pickleback shot. I'm like, what? Guys, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. I mean, if that's a girl's thing, then whatever. But like, I personally would like a fireball shot. I don't know. What would you like? A tequila shot? Is that
I'll
what
take
you want?
screwball shot. That's for me.
Screwball,
The
yeah.
smell of peanut butter on your breath.
But like, oh my God. I literally looked at some random person at the bar. I'm like, "You are more than welcome to take that for me." He's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, that is fine." So pickleback, I was going to call him pickle bar.
Pickleback.
like leaves. And all of a sudden, we thought he had disappeared. Nope, he reappeared in the doorway. And I was like, "No way, he's coming back in here." Sprints, full on sprints towards me, and is like, "I just had to tell you, I don't even live here, and this is my last chance to get to know you. I just had to tell you how beautiful you are. I need to get to know you." And I was like, no, I think we're okay. I think we are okay. You need to leave again, as you did 5 minutes ago. I don't know why we re-entered the bar, but we are going to call it quits. Our paths do not need to cross
way
again.
he like ran out of breath, like he's on his deathbed. He's like, I have one final thing to say before I leave forever. Jamie. Also, imagine like if you had found that desperation attractive and you had gone home with him. Picture the next morning when he rolls over and says good morning with drunk pickle breath.
That's disgusting. Wait, the worst part that I'm now remembering is that one of his girlfriends came up to him and she's like, hey, that's my friend. Do you want to talk to him? Is he bothering you? And he had literally only said hello to me at that point. So I'm like, it's fine. Like he was kind of hanging out with the group. And then he came too close. I could not breathe. I felt like I was going to pass out. So
that girl, she was trying to be a real one.
She was. And I really thought we were in the clear when he ran away, quite literally. But he ran back in.
That stank breath came back.
So lesson learned, please never order a pickleback shot to try and get a girl to like fall in love with you. And sir, I hope things work out for you. With someone else. But it's not me. But breath mint. Guys, bring a breath mint. I know you don't got a purse, but carry around a freaking man purse or put it in your back pocket. You need something.
So bad.
Something.
So bad. So yeah, that was our weekend, but really good stuff. And we'll have a little plug for Savannah Bar Crawl. They have another crawl coming up in October that we will be telling y'all all the deets about here soon.
Yeah, they are so fun. So we're very excited.
Mm-hmm. We have another teeny little thing that we've been talking about over Chips and Dip this week, and that is childhood things like stuffed animals that will just never ever part with. And you have a blankie, right?
Yeah, so I had a blanket. Her name was Queenie. And we kind of like worked out the details where I feel like that this is stemming from my sister. Her name is Lorene. I used to call her Reenie. She calls herself Queen Lorene now, so I think that's like a kind of thing.
Queenie.
But it was a little pink blanket. She was super cute, but my nasty ass would chew on the blanket. I wouldn't cuddle with it. I would chew on it. So that led me to having a severe overbite. I had braces twice and a palate expander. It was traumatic. And my mom would wash it. She would bleach it. It got lit on fire. You know, because as a little girl, you just want to have spa days and pretend like you're in the workforce. And my sister wanted to set the mood and put Queenie over a lamp, and the thing went up into flames.
Oh.
Did I still use it? Yes, I did. So I have no idea where Queenie is now. I'm convinced she has been thrown out, but my mom says she's going to bring her out on my wedding day. So
I can't
stay tuned.
Wait to see this chewed up, charred Queenie.
I just don't really know if she needs to be brought out.
You could sew her into like the inside of your wedding dress. Something old.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good.
Wait, too bad she's not blue. Oh my God.
Queenie.
Yeah. Maybe she might need to be. I'm going to call my mom after this episode and be like, all right, now that I'm grown, I need the details of Queenie. Is she in a dumpster? Is she gone forever? She definitely is. There's no way.
I don't know. I bet she still has her. God, also like, thank God you quit chewing her whenever you were like 6, because like, there's always that one kid in like the 8th grade who like chews on his hoodie sleeves or something. And you're like, what the hell is wrong with you?
It's so nasty. And you know what's horrible? On top of that, I knocked out my 2 front teeth when I was 4 and didn't get them back till I was 8. So like, how did that not slip through my mouth? I have so much mouth trauma, and you wonder why I'm so obsessed with teeth. Like,
oh my
God.
God.
That is the first thing I notice on people are their teeth.
We need to, oh my God, next week we'll tell teeth stories. I can talk all about my veneers. Wow, that's my favorite thing to talk about.
Oh my God.
Woo.
Traumatic.
Yes. Okay, so I too had, not a blanket, but I had Froggy, and you guessed it, he's a frog. He's a little stuffed frog, and he's been in my life literally as long as I can remember. I don't know when I got him. I think I was like a true baby. I don't know. But he lives with me now, and he is my roommate for life. He lives on my bed. He'll continue to live on my bed when I'm 35. I literally live with my boyfriend and he lives on our bed. Like, I'm sorry, Froggy's not going anywhere. And like, I dare somebody to have a problem with it because I'm going to choose Froggy 100% of the time.
And stemming from our conversation before, I admire you for not having to sleep with the stuffed animal. I still have not graduated because I am still clinging on to mine for dear life when I sleep every night. So.
Oh my gosh. See, I don't sleep with Froggy. He's so small. He's like smaller than the chip bowl. Like, he's cute. I'm worried that if I snuggle him too hard, he'll, and I self-tan now. He would turn weird colors. Yeah, he would look all spray tanned.
Guys, we're going to post some pictures of our people. Yeah. Queenie won't be there, but I'll post a picture of my bunny.
Maybe we can sketch Queenie. I'll draw a picture of Queenie.
Yeah, there we go. I'm serious. I'm coming back with an update next week about Queenie.
Perfect. Find out.
Nah, she dead. R.I.P.
Gosh. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and get into it with our red flag conversation. But before we do that, we do want to shout out today's sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Neutral. Holla, holla.
We love Neutral. This is a totally elevated, we keep saying that word, but I love it, elevated seltzer here with a little lemonade mixed in. I have a sweet tooth, but Lauren doesn't. And it's not too sweet. It is just perfectly right.
That's what I love about it. I hate whenever I get a canned cocktail or a seltzer or something and it tastes like a Jolly Rancher. I want something that's sweet enough to where it's not like sour, obviously, but I don't want anything that I like is going to hurt my stomach or make me feel nauseous. And seriously, Neutral is so light. It's like, I don't know, it's perfect. It's crisp, it's light. The lemonade makes it interesting compared to other seltzers that I've had. I love it.
Yep, and we've got 4 different flavors. We have peach lemonade, strawberry lemonade, blackberry lemonade, and just a normal lemonade if that is what floats your boat. And these are 100 calories, so
Hey, yo.
we're being healthy over here. If you're going to drink, I guess, have a 100-calorie drink.
100%. And I keep on, harping about how hot it is. We freaking open the episode with it. But these are so refreshing on a hot day. And the best part about these on the beach, if you're in a little bikini, you're not going to get the beer bloat. That's huge for me. I love a seltzer, and these actually taste good.
Yeah, they're very, very light. We love them. So thank you, Neutral, for supporting the pod.
Thanks, Neutral.
We love it. We love it so much. All right.
So red flags. How are we gonna do this, y'all? We kind of took some. We did. We took some answers from you guys. We asked y'all your red flags on Instagram, and y'all delivered. Y'all gave us some really good talking points and some kind of hilarious ones. But Jamie and I actually have a few red flags that we've experienced, so we'll ping pong about those. You want to go first?
Sure. Okay, so I think one of the red flags that I think is obvious for anyone is if weird kind of messages start showing up on someone's phone, whether it's like a contact that you don't know, the contact is in a different name. We know those people that have put a girl's name in their phone under like a guy's name or something weird.
That's psycho.
Yeah, that's psychotic. But luckily in my instance here, it didn't end up being a bad thing, but it 100% could have been a red flag if we had not talked about what was happening. So long story short, my last boyfriend and I had just come back from a great weekend, meeting his family, the whole 9 yards. We're like 20 minutes out from Savannah. And this weird, it was like Rose or Rosie or whatever, but it like had the dollar sign. Like it was just weird. It was a weird name that came up on his little screen in his car. And I'm like, who is that that's calling you? And he was like, oh my God, it's this married girl. So yeah, oh God, I'm going to get heated real quick.
The married ones are out of control.
Yeah, they're out of control. So kind of like before we had even met, he had met this girl who was literally friends with his friend. They were engaged, all this stuff. But I guess like every time that my ex and then that girl, they'd see each other out, she'd blow up his phone. And even when him and I first started dating, she would call him at 3:00 in the morning on a Saturday.
And it was married?
Oh yeah, fully.
Ew.
Like always calling him, all this stuff. So he like fully blocked her number. And was just like, this is weird, like very respectful in that way that he's like, this is so strange. I don't know why she's calling me. Her number had been unblocked, but it was like a year or something later. It just didn't seem like a big deal anymore. She starts calling him and I was like, please answer the phone. Like my psycho side, I was like, I'm about to hit the answer button myself. Like right now, answer the phone. And, that was something we did have to have a talk about it because he was like, I am just so frustrated that we just had this great weekend. Like, I don't talk to her. I don't know why she's calling me. Apparently, I need to block her number again. I thought that this wasn't going to be a big deal anymore. So we worked it out between us, but I do think that is a huge red flag if your person's phone is blowing up in the middle of the night. If they have people calling them and they're hanging it up real quick, you don't really know the name, you don't know the number. I think that's definitely something to kind of be on the lookout for. And you never know, it could end up, it still was something. Obviously, we handled it in a different way. But I don't know. I just think that is really weird if their phone is kind of, face down and random numbers are coming up. You just got to be aware of that for sure. And if your gut's telling you that something's wrong, probably something's wrong.
100%. And that's the thing. Not all red flags end up being a true red flag. But that's the point of a red flag. It's just a little ping. Ding, ding, this might be something. Investigate, girl.
Get in there.
And I've been there too with the phone situation. An ex of mine had somebody from his workplace that was not a friend, no real relationship with her and definitely no relationship with me. She was just in his Instagram DMs with just a flirty undertone, and it raised a little red flag for me. And there was a little bit of, just something that made me feel uncomfortable. And that was a conversation that ultimately we worked through it. You know, we talked about it and stuff, but I'm glad that that flag got raised because it was a conversation that needed to be had of like, what do we each think is appropriate when talking to people that like, we're not even really friends with, you know, like, why are we DMing people from like our workplace? You know, like, what's the point? And so I'm really glad that that flag got raised. And I handled that pretty in a psychotic way, because well, we handled it, I thought, and then she kept on reaching out, and so I ended up calling her. I was drunk and called her, and you know, thank God she didn't answer, but that was a pretty psychotic thing to do. But you know what? That's what this podcast is about. It's about learning lessons, and I learned that was a poor way to handle something, and so you know, ultimately, I did have a conversation with her, and we're not friends, and every now and then she would like to try to reconnect, and I'm just not really interested in that. I'm good.
I mean, I'm sorry, whether you are a single person, a married person, an engaged person, whatever, do not become the character in someone else's relationship. Like the fact that I knew the second that he said the married girl, that I knew who she was. I have no idea what she looks like. I couldn't pick her out of a crowd, but I just know who she is. Yeah. So it's just, you just got to be aware of those things and not being like, oh God, you got to be hyper aware all the time. But another kind of reason for either a green flag or a red flag to be waving around is how your partner handles a situation.
Yes. If someone's reaching out, bothering them, blowing their phone up, that's a red flag one. But then you're presented with this new opportunity of, okay, are they going to get defensive and gaslight me? Red flag.
Well, exactly. Are they going to make you seem crazy? Because like in my situation, he did not. He was like, nope, I would be pissed about this too. 100%. Her number is blocked. And I was just like, you know, in the moment, I was like, nope, I want you to answer the phone. I want you to tell her right now you have a girlfriend. But it just kind of diminish the situation where like, you know what, just block her number. I was like, but for me, all I need you to do is if you ever see her out again, you need to tell her to leave you alone. Yes. And that you have a girlfriend. And that's it. In every relationship, you handle it differently. But if someone's going to turn around and make it seem like you're freaking crazy, that's different than someone acknowledging how you're feeling, how the situation is going, and doing something proactive about it.
Agreed. Great points. Yeah. Whenever that happened, it was a green flag that was raised. He ultimately ended up telling the rando at the workplace, like, hey, I'm in a relationship. And that's a big old green flag. That cancels the red flag for sure.
We love that.
We love it. Yes. And so that's what I'm saying. Like all of these red flags that you guys submitted, take them as a warning, but investigate. That's, I feel like, a solid advice to think about moving forward.
100%.
So I have another one. I have one that, now it's kind of funny. At the time, it was not.
Not at all.
I was like I was dating this guy. It wasn't anything super serious. I knew we weren't going to get married, but I was dating him whenever I first joined Orange Theory. And I'm like very into cardio now, but previously, like I was like a cheerleader and a gymnast, so I didn't run ever. You know, like my cardio was tumbling. Okay. So like I could not run fast at all. I could barely run a mile. And I remember I came home. He was visiting me here in Savannah. I came home and was so excited because I had just run my first timed mile at the gym, and I did it in like 9 minutes and 30 seconds. That is a slow mile. I get it. That's not track star.
That's still good though.
Listen to what this guy said to me. I told him that, and I was clearly so excited. Like, I did my first mile. And he goes, my mom runs faster than that. His mom runs faster than that. Get out of my house. Yeah. I was so mad. And I'm like, if you're not cheering me on whenever I'm excited, red freaking flag. Red flag. And then honestly, like a couple weeks later, he had to call his mom and ask her to transfer money to his account. So that was double red flag, and he was out of my life forever.
Yeah. And first of all, like, honestly, I don't even think that's that slow of a mile.
It's not that slow.
No, I don't even know what mine is, but like, you know me, I'm like a yoga, like bar spin, all that shit. Like I'm not running around all the time. So I have no idea what my mile is, but I highly doubt that it's less than 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Also, like, good for your mom. Congratulations to her. Right. Don't pit me against your mom.
Oh my God. I'd be like, yes, at least you ran a mile. Some people are not running a mile. Anyways,
red flag.
My other story for you before we get into some of our like listeners and what they wrote in. If you get in a fight with your significant other, this has not happened to me, but I have had some friends that are guilty of this. If you get in a fight with your significant other, that does not mean that you are single for the night. That does not mean that you act single until you start talking again. Because I have had friends where we are planning on going out. Her and her significant other got in a fight, and it was like, I'm single tonight. I'm going around. I'm like, no, you aren't. You definitely are not. And then you have to watch them not like be unfaithful in the way that they're like in a corner making out with someone,
Yeah.
but kind of like going out of their way to get people's numbers and be really flirtatious, having them. And that makes me feel uncomfortable because like if I'm dating someone, it's like, no, that is my person. Even if we're fighting, first of all, if I'm fighting with someone, I'm going to their house immediately and we're talking things out. Like, you ain't running away from me,
You
boy.
will not rest until we talk.
You can run, but you can't hide. I know where you live. But no, I really hate when people do that they use as an excuse that they're having a little rough patch in their relationship to act like a fool.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a difference between like we have broken up and perhaps maybe one day we'll get back together versus like we got into a bickering thing on my way leaving the pregame and now I'm mad at him tonight. Like that is short term.
Yeah, that's totally different. If you're going your separate ways and like just trying to figure things out, that's okay. Like
Yeah.
it is what it is. But if this is literally a one night thing and then you are posting on Instagram the next day that you are happy, lovey-dovey.
That just seems like so immature to like use, like you're upset with someone. So you like use that to fuel your flirtation, like,
Yeah.
I'm mad at you. I'm going to like stick it to you and get a cute guy's number. That is so immature.
What's it called? Like a hall pass or something?
Oh, hall pass my ass.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I made me think of that movie where they give each other a hall pass. Hell no. If my boyfriend ever asked me for a freaking hall pass, I'd be like, there's a door. You can walk down that hall, out the door.
Here's the thing.
Done.
Here's the thing. If my boyfriend asked me for a hall pass, I murder, okay? But like if Harry Styles perhaps or like Bradley Cooper said, Lauren, oh my God, I'm in Savannah. Come over.
That's who yours would be? Harry Styles or
Probably
Cooper?
Bradley Cooper. You know what? I'm taking that hall pass probably.
You know exactly who mine would be.
Chris Evans.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have you watched The Gray Man yet, by the way?
No,
we don't need to go down this and get
oh
off
my
track.
God. Okay,
but
yeah, no,
he's
we won't.
such a dick in that movie. It's weird.
Oh, I don't care. I'm probably still going to find him hot.
He's really hot.
Good
He's got a
Lord.
mustache.
Captain America.
Anyways, yeah, no, hall pass my ass. That was
Yes,
jokes, you guys.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
But so anyways, no hall passes here. We can't be doing that. That's not
No.
cool. It's
No.
not cool.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I have any other red flags that have like personally happened to me.
We'll probably think of them as they're coming up.
I
with
had
these
a
guys.
date burp in my face one time.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my God.
oh wait, this is actually timely because Jamie just tried crawfish etouffee and that's what he was eating.
Oh my.
I remember because like I'm sorry, I think burping is so disgusting. Like I
do
think
too.
I'd rather you fart than burp. I'm serious.
I mean, for some reason, I think it's a small child in each of us that like it's funny if someone does that. Not all the time, but like if you accidentally let one rip, that's like
Oh, what, like a poot? Like a little
toot.
Yeah.
A little toot.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But like if you burp, that is so disgusting. There was
Ow.
someone that we were around recently just like ripping the burps, and I was like, bro, contain yourself. That's
Yeah.
nasty. Ew, he burped in your face. No,
in my face, and he was embarrassed. Like I think it was an accidental burp, so like really, I can't even count that as a red flag. But like, had it been on purpose, I think there we go. Bad manners. Bad manners is a red flag to me. And I'm a messy eater, but I would never just in someone's face. That's disgusting, especially etouffee.
I would seriously slap someone in the face and walk out. I'm not kidding. You already know that that's not my like go-to dish, but like,
Oh my gosh.
no, thank you. No.
Oh.
Okay. Wow. That's horrible.
I'm sorry. I have another story that I just thought of. Now that we're doing this, they're rolling. This could have been a red flag on me. So I was probably like 17 years old, and I had not had sex yet. Okay, like I had never ever done that. I was still a sweet little virgin Mary Lauren, and I was on a date with someone, and in the middle of the date, another dude that I had like kissed. I wouldn't even say hooked up with, made out with. I had kissed him. Called me and asked if I had given him an STD. I was like, I think you might be extremely confused because I've never had sex. You and I've never even seen it. I don't even know how I get in there. But like from that other guy that I was on a date with, his perspective, he was probably like big old red flag. It was crazy.
oh my God.
And I wasn't going to answer it, but the guy called me like 3 times. So I thought like maybe he was dead or something. And I answered and he's like, I've got like some red bumps. And it turned out to be, you guessed it, razor burn.
Shut up. Oh my God.
I was so embarrassed. And me and the guy I was on the date with, no, we didn't actually go on a second date. We finished the date and it was a great time, but we didn't go out again. So I'm sure it's because he thought I had herpes, probably.
Bro,
at
that's
17 years old.
Hilarious. You guessed it. Razor burn.
Idiot.
Wow.
Like, really?
Wow.
Boys are so stupid.
Oh my God. They are so dumb. Okay, let's hop into these red flags from our listeners.
Okay, I'm going to like think of 100 more if we
That
don't
is so
start.
funny. Hey, that is totally fine.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So, okay. We're going to read some of y'all's and like share our thoughts. So there are a lot of phone things. Do you want me to read all the phone things?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
rightfully so. Phone gives you so much access to people nowadays.
It's true. So somebody says it's a red flag if their notifications read as notification instead of the person's name that sent them a message.
I agree.
I think that is a little bit weird. Like my new phone, whenever I got it, it came with the auto feature, which it took me like a week to figure out what it was even doing. Mm-hmm. But it would only show my full notification, like the name and the message, if it was my face.
Oh, no, I changed mine.
Yeah, I have changed mine too because it was driving me bananas. Like if I didn't have any makeup on or looked extremely hungover, it wouldn't show me my messages because I couldn't read my face.
It's like, who is this person? I don't know them. Yeah,
I do think that's weird though.
I do think that's kind of weird. I mean, personally, wouldn't that annoy you? Unless you like the like surprise of having to open it up and be like, oh, this is what I have a notification from. Nah, I think that's weird.
I think it's shady. I think it's someone not wanting you to glance at their phone.
I think that's the equivalent of constantly having to put your phone faced upside down whenever you're doing something.
That's weird. Yeah, and I also think it's weird if people don't share their phone password with you. And I'm not saying, oh, we went on 2 dates, what's your phone password? But I mean, you know, in a situation like if you're in the car and they're driving and you want to change the song. Mm-hmm. Like I've been in a car before where I'm like, hey, like what's your passcode? And they take their phone instead of just telling me it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? What?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here in front of you and like go through your phone. I'm just going to change the song.
No, that's really weird. I agree. That's weird.
I think that's shady. Okay. Somebody said red flag is being extremely jealous. That seems like a deeper thing once you're in the relationship.
Yeah,
that doesn't seem like a red flag.
Yeah, I don't think that's a red flag. I guess it also depends on how they're going about it. Like if they're being a psycho jealous person, then I guess that's kind of different. But I mean, I think we all have a little hint of jealousy. You can't say you've never gotten jealous about something. I feel like you don't care about your person if you've never gotten jealous.
Oh my God. Well, that's the thing. Like there's a healthy amount of jealousy.
For sure.
You know, like, and
it shows you care.
Exactly. I don't know. I think that jealousy comes out once, like by the time you realize you're dating a jealous person. I think it's farther along than a red flag. I think it's like a deep issue.
Yeah. I mean, if they're getting jealous about super stupid stuff, like someone that you've been best friends with forever. Ooh. That's like if someone got jealous about like you and Brooks. We've talked about Brooks before, but that's
Brooks
like
is a full-on character on this podcast
yeah,
now.
like you've known him forever, or like some of my best friends from high school. I mean, that's just not somebody to get jealous about.
Yeah, that would just be like fundamentally.
Yeah, for sure. So it's kind of back and forth.
Okay, I love this one. And we have 2, so I'll kind of combine them. 2 people say it's a red flag if they are constantly bringing up their ex or they're friends with their ex and their family still.
Okay, so I'm like half and half on this because I am friends with my high school ex. Mm-hmm. Like he is one of my good friends, but not in the way that we talk all the time or like hang out or anything. I like just saw him for the first time in a year and a half because we were all out, you know.
All right, what if you were like texting with his mom, like, look at my new shoes?
No, that's weird. Yeah, like I love his family. The only time that I ever talk to his family is if I post like, hey, happy birthday on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
But I even talked about this in the breakup episode. Like his mom stopped liking my stuff when I got into another relationship. It's just kind of like a mutual respect thing. Yeah. But you got to move on. Go be freaking friends with the new family that you got.
Yeah.
Through your relationship. You don't need to stick with the old one.
I do think it is a potential red flag depending on what you're looking for. Like if you're on like a second date with someone and they're like, my ex this, my ex that, me and my ex this, me and my ex that.
Oh.
I think that's definitely a red flag and just like a warning sign that they are not ready for a full relationship with you just yet.
No, give it a thumbs up.
Jamie gives a thumbs up, but no, I could literally never see you. Like if you went on a cocktail date with someone, you would never be like, oh yeah, me and my ex, like blah, 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 blah. I just don't think that you would bring him up the whole time. Do you? Do you think you would?
I'm not going to lie. Like, I do reflect back on, like, if we've talked to anyone at the bars, like, I do bring him up. It's really horrible. I actually had my friend recently be like, you need to stop talking about your ex.
Oh,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But listen, I'm very aware of it and I know that I don't want a relationship. So that's okay. That's healthy.
A woman who knows what she
Healthy
wants.
boundaries. My ex.
Green flag.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Someone says it's a red flag if they go out all the time and don't invite you. I agree with this.
I do agree with that. I'll have to say in my last relationship, we did do some things separately. Like sometimes he would go out with his guy friends and I'd go out with my girlfriends. I just don't think we were at that point in our relationship yet where we really like had a lot of mutual friends, which definitely didn't allow us to do that as much. But if you get further into the relationship and you clearly have mutual friends and you're not able to do that, then that's really not okay.
Yeah, I'm all for, like, I love a dedicated boys' night, dedicated girls' night. You have to have separation or else you'll, like, freaking kill each other. Yeah. Of course. But I do think it's weird, like, I don't know, if I was dating someone and we live in the same city and both of us are like, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm going to go out downtown. What are you going to do tonight? Oh, I'm going to go out downtown. And it's not, like, a dedicated birthday for someone, like, that is weird if they don't say, let's meet up.
Right,
Why
right.
would we not?
Yeah, there's like a difference if you had designated time of like, hey, we're going to do something tonight. I'm going out with the boys tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
that's how usually ours kind of worked out. And it was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go hang out with my girlfriends.
Interesting. All right. Red flag if they live off of their parents' money.
I do see that as a red flag. I mean, I only say that because I want to be with someone who's motivated to do things for themselves.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. It depends, like, is it an inheritance, but they also have a job?
Right,
Green
right.
flag!
Yeah.
Green flag.
Go. Jump after it. Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely different. I mean, I get help from my parents. You get help from your parents.
Yeah.
A lot of people do. But I do like the fact that I'm independent. I make my own money because it's made me grow as an adult and like more so care about the things that I have. So I'd want my partner to feel that way too.
Oh, I think there's like nothing sexier than someone who works hard.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think it's a red flag if they're like a spoiled brat. You know what I mean? Like
For
they
sure.
just like live off of mommy and daddy's money and don't have a job and are rude about it.
Well,
but
'cause-
like some people are just, you can't help it if you're born rich. That's great. As long as you work hard too, I think that's a green flag.
Well, because how do you like relate at that point? You
Yeah.
know, if you come from a family that's like super hardworking, I mean, obviously your family's hardworking if you're rich, but like if you've never had a job in your life, but your significant other has always had to work, I don't know. I kind of feel like that's hard.
That's true. That's a mismatch. Okay, yeah. I think that one depends on attitude. Okay.
Attitude.
This is another money one. Red flag if they only spend money on themselves.
Yep.
I think that's, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if they, like, I don't know. Like, gifts are not really my love language, but, like, if I notice you're, I don't know, every Friday you go treat yourself to a new pair of shoes, maybe you could just bring me, like, I don't know, a treat.
A little bracelet.
Bring me an ice cream
A little
cone.
lollipop. Yeah,
plant.
I more so think of it in the way as like dinner and stuff like that.
Oh, like they don't pay for the dinner?
Yeah, that's a huge red flag. We've had friends that go on the date. First of all, ladies, if a man asks you to split the damn bill, no. Oh my, I'm pointing right at the camera. Like that is unreal to me. If a guy ever, first of all, if it is like, if it's one of your guy friends, that's totally different. If this is someone that you are exploring something with and it is clear that it is a date and he asks you to split the bill, ma'am, you run.
No.
You do not walk, you run out that door.
I'm going to be honest. If we're at a dinner and you have asked me, like, it's clearly a date. If we're at dinner and they say separate or together, if you even hesitate for a millisecond, bye.
And also, like, I am so awkward about people buying me things. I hate when people spend money on me. It's super awkward. I would much rather just like invade your personal space and give you a massive hug because I just love being around people. My love language is more like physical touch and like, because I just like being around people. That's what I'd rather have people do for me than spend money on me. So I get super uncomfortable if people spend money on me, but I just kind of let it happen. But like the second that someone puts down the check and a guy like puts his credit card down, I'm like,
That's
nice.
hot.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Like, not that you need to buy people things all the time, but
Let me play devil's advocate. Have you
Okay.
ever asked a guy on a date? I have.
I don't know. I've definitely gone up to people before. Honestly, I don't think I have because my mother has hammered it into my head so much that if he wanted to, he would, and he's going to ask me on the date.
I've never asked a guy to dinner, but I've been the one to be like, let's get drinks. Let's like go here at this time. And I cannot remember for the life of me, but I'm 99% sure he has still paid. Even whenever I've been like, hey,
Good.
I want to take, I mean, I've never said I want to take you out, but like I want to go get drinks together as a date. He's always still paid.
I just think it's a courtesy thing. And obviously, once you start dating, you know, things get split. You buy things, they buy some things. It is what it is. But definitely right off the bat, I mean, sheesh, they should really be like opening your doors, doing all these things. The little sidewalk trick I actually learned when I moved to Savannah.
I love the sidewalk trick. I learned that whenever I was with this is a whole long story I won't even tell, but I was with a photographer in Los Angeles, and he kept bothering me, like getting on the other side. I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, you never let the woman walk on the side closest to the street. And I was like, oh my God.
I did not know that until I moved here. And when, of course, you guessed it, my ex would do that and start moving me around on the sidewalk. And I'm like, what are you doing? And at first he was like upset that nobody had ever done that for me before. I'm like, damn, these boys in upstate New York got to get it right. They don't care. They're like, go get hit by the car. By all means.
Please, go for it.
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay. Next red flag from y'all. A girl celebrates her birthday week.
That's not a red flag.
Listen.
Stop.
That's a green flag. This guy has a problem.
That is, okay, first of all, that's so dramatic. Was that a guy that wrote that in? I'm curious.
Yes.
Of course it was. Relax. That's because he doesn't want to spend money on his girl. That's what's happening.
Oh.
Ooh, calling you out, man. No, first of all, okay, a birthday month, a little too excessive. I did try to pull that card in like middle school, and my friends were like, stop that bullshit.
I tried to pull that too, but I'm in December, so I'm competing with Jesus. So
With Jesus. Happy birthday.
dang it.
No, but I can totally say like a birthday week or like a few days. And that's not to say like every single day people need to be worshiping you, but it's like, yeah, go get like a drink on one of the days or go do something fun to celebrate it, you know?
I support the birthday week. Whenever you wake up on fresh-eyed Monday morning and your birthday's not till Friday night, it's your birthday week.
Yep.
It's all this hype. It's all this hype until your birthday party. And that whole week, people need to know, oh, let's treat Lauren right because her birthday's in 4 days. I don't know.
Isn't your birthday on a Saturday this year?
Um,
Wasn't it Friday last year?
No, it was Saturday last year, but we did the party on Friday.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all stay tuned for the theme. Y'all know I'm a theme girly.
Oh, yeah. She starts planning this like 3 months in advance.
Yeah, no, I think that this is a green flag. I think that if she celebrates for a week, she is fun. She knows her worth. She's confident, and she likes to party.
I'm sorry for the girl that's dating him.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That was aggressive.
Lame.
I'm sure he's a really nice guy.
Okay. It is a red flag if he feels threatened by your success and passion and says it's too much.
Yeah, that is horrible.
That's just losery. Like,
there is nothing more exciting than a powerful couple together.
yes.
Like getting their stuff done. And you know what? Like we were just saying, it's so attractive when a guy is like motivated and just knows what he wants to do, you know, found his calling, doing whatever. And like a girl should feel like that too. You should be hyping each other up.
Yes. Also, I'm sorry. The idea that like a man is threatened by a successful woman is
Oh,
so
stop.
dated. That is
Stop.
so old. We're not doing that anymore.
It is 2020 freaking 2, people. Stop
That
it.
is dumb.
Stay in your lane.
Okay, I'm fascinated by this one. It's a red flag if they're a picky eater and they're unwilling to try anything new.
Okay, so we had a little like I was about to be like, we had a dispute about this. We didn't have a dispute. We just talked about it because I am a picky eater. I was very bad when I was little. I'm a lot better now. So I don't think it's a red flag if someone's a picky eater, but if they're like really gung-ho about like, I am not trying anything new. We are going to that same restaurant that we've been going to for 15 years every Friday night. Like, no. You got to try something new for sure.
I think for some people, this wouldn't be a red flag. For me, it would be huge because I cannot stand whenever like my friends or whoever, their entire personality is like, all I eat is chicken fingers. I don't think that's cute or funny. I think that you're eating like a baby and there's so much great food in the world and you're really missing out. So for me, that could never work because I love to try new food.
I feel like this person is equating it to being like adventurous in your life if you're adventurous with your food choices. And I'm like, does it have to be that deep though?
I think it's that deep. I actually agree. I agree. People who are good sports about trying new food are probably good sports about trying new activities.
Hey, you know, I was a good sport in New Orleans. Although I'm a picky eater, I was a good sport. Hey, we're trying new things.
That's the thing. I do not like whenever I think of picky eaters, I don't think about you. I really don't.
If you knew me when I was 7, oh yeah.
I was a picky eater whenever I was a kid too.
Sure.
I don't know.
You know what I grew up on? Bean burritos and frozen raviolis. I'm dead serious.
Bean burritos.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you
That
can
seems-
seriously ask my parents. Bean burritos from Price Chopper and frozen raviolis with some nice applesauce. Oh yeah, I mean apple juice applesauce.
She's dipping the raviolis. She said, "Get that marinara away from me. Applesauce only." Dip pick.
And an apple a day keeps the doctor away. You know what they say.
That's hilarious. Okay, red flag from y'all.
Oh god.
It's a red flag if they follow a bunch of porn accounts on Instagram.
Yeah, that's so messed up. And apparently they're on Twitter too, guys. New news.
Oh my God.
Can't get into that,
I
but
definitely think that is a red flag. And also, okay, what do you think? Not like full on porn, but you know, like all those accounts that are like thought pics, you know, like a bunch of like ass pics all over there.
oh, like
Instagram
DM your
feed.
submissions or whatever.
Yeah, like do you think
Account?
it's a red flag? Like I think unfortunately a lot of guys follow like what is that? Like old row rad chicks or whatever. It's just a bunch of like beard boob pictures. Like, is that a red flag or is that just bros being gross?
I don't know because I feel like that honestly goes into the conversation of like porn, which is a whole nother topic because like some girls get really offended if their guys are watching porn because they're like, I should be enough. You know what I mean?
That's
We can talk
annoying.
about that whole
Yeah.
other thing another day. But yeah, there definitely have been TikToks that have come up before where it's like, ladies, check your man's following or followers to see if he's following. And it's like a guy's name. And it's a guy's name, but it's a full-on account of just like naked girls completely. Oh, and I've checked them before. It's interesting. The guys that I know that follow that account, I'm like, you ain't slick, dog. You ain't slick.
I mean, I think for the most part that kind of thing is harmless. I don't know. I think it's more of a red flag if they're like talking to these thoughts.
I
you
mean,
know?
first of all, it's more of a red flag if they're commenting on the picture. Like, you can like the picture by all means, but
Right.
like, first of all, do not be commenting like, damn, or like some stupid, damn, you a baddie, or like some shit.
Peach emoji.
Don't be.
The wet emoji.
Don't be doing that because you know what? At the end of the freaking day, he's coming home to you. So it's fine.
I mean, I follow like Tyler Cameron. He's so hot, but like I'm also not in Tyler Cameron's DMs. You know what I mean? Like I think there's a difference in just like enjoying a hot bod.
I can't say anything. I've definitely DM'd Chris Evans before. I actually had this.
Okay, see, that's different though. It's a celebrity. I mean,
I actually had this thought the other day. I was like, I wonder if I just constantly DM'd him with every story that he posted, if maybe one day he would go into his requested messages and see me.
maybe one day he'd say, wow, she sent me 135 messages over the course of 2 years. Let's slide back in.
Let's just kind
girl.
of see. As I was just talking about a guy that annoyed the hell out of me, and I like quite literally blocked him because he was liking all my stories.
Oh my God. Okay.
I hate
think,
myself.
I don't know. I think
It's
trying to
okay.
decide my verdict. Yellow flag. Yellow flag.
yeah.
Investigate.
Little yellow orange.
Yes. Okay. This one, hard red flag from me. Someone who is rude to service industry staff.
Yeah, that's horrible. Have you worked in the service industry before?
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, that is not easy. People think it's so easy. It is actually a really hard job. Like, I was a hostess for a minute. I had people screaming in my face. I was a waitress for a little bit. Like, people are working hard. Do not be rude to them. Oh, God, I hate that so much when
I do
people,
too.
like, complain. Well, not complain, but, like, just be snooty that their meal is wrong or that they didn't like it or something. First of all, that's the cook in the back. That's not the waiter's fault. So check yourself.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I agree. If someone is rude to a barista or a waiter or something, that's no. Okay, this one is extremely specific. Red flag if he refers to his penis as
No.
pee-pee.
Nope. No. Literally, nope. I can't even elaborate on that. That's horrible.
That is so funny. Have you ever had a guy call his thing anything weird?
No. No.
I haven't either.
No, that's so scary. But that makes me think of the movie How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yes.
When she was calling him like all the different things. That is so scary. I think I'd be more alarmed if he was calling it something like mighty. Like something just trying to like pretend like.
I'd much rather have it be something funny. If you call it pee-pee, that is like childish and freaking gross.
Oh my
Grow
God.
up.
See, I think I'd be just turned off in general if there was any sort of nickname for the body part.
Oh my God. I honestly, once you're dating someone, I don't hate a nickname. I think it's kind of funny. I'm not going to like expose myself like that, but I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just not pee-pee. That's
We'll-
freaking
we'll-
weird.
We'll check back at some point, guys.
Weird. Okay. Red flag if they love Georgia football more than you.
Wait, you were actually laughing at me when you talked about this one earlier because I genuinely sat here and thought for a minute and I was like, but Penn State, I mean, if he really loved Penn State football, I'd understand. But I came to the conclusion that we have to be on an equal playing field of how much we love Penn State.
Jamie, think about what this says. He loves that football team more than you. More than you. That's the part. I'm not saying, oh, he loves football, red flag. No, he loves it more than you, Jamie. You be okay with that?
Nah, probably not. Yeah. We can enjoy it together.
Oh my gosh, we love a couple with similar passions. But
we do.
No, like if it's, I don't know, if like my car's on fire, but the game's on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just dramatic. It's fine.
Oh my God. Okay. It's a red flag if they're disrespectful to parents.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Your parents do a lot for you. Don't be like that.
Nothing is more awkward. Whenever I moved into I've lived in like a bunch of different places in college, but whenever I moved into one with a random, she was my random roommate. I mean, she was being so rude to her parents. Like she was cussing at them, like not cussing with them in the room, but actually at them. And I was looking at my dad. I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like I need to apologize. I'm not even doing anything. That is so weird.
That's crazy. And I'm not going to say I'm like the nicest child in the world all the time. I'm definitely not. Like I definitely cop an attitude sometimes.
Yeah.
But I can never imagine swearing at my parent. If I ever said like, shut up growing up, which I never did. I never said it to my parents. I said it to my sister. Oh God. They lost their minds. Sorry, Lorene.
Even as an adult, if I told oh my God, if I like told my dad to shut up.
No.
Ass beat. Oh my God.
You'd be done.
Terrible. That would be so
coming out
bad.
today.
No, that's a big red flag for me. Okay, we have two similar write-ins. This is a good one. It's a red flag if they say all of their exes are crazy and obsessed with them.
Yeah, that definitely is because the problem is you.
Definitely. I mean, I think that it's totally fair if you have one crazy ex because I think that that's probably like an average for everyone. You've got one crazy ex. Yeah. But if you're like that person who's like, oh yeah, all my exes are crazy, like they're psychotic. I'm like, no, like I think that you're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lie. I think it might be you at the end of the day.
100%. You can't attract that many crazies.
We always joked about at our old job that I always attracted the crazy clients.
Well, crazies love company. So maybe you're crazy and you attract crazy.
Guys, revolution.
If you're crazy,
I really wonder if any of my exes find me crazy. Let's do a secret write-in, anonymous.
Hit up Jamie. Honestly, something that in my old age, as I get older, I have come to accept that you're the crazy person in someone's book. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Probably not in anyone who cares about me, but someone out there definitely thinks I'm a psycho, and I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can't be the hero in everyone's book.
No, it's okay. You can't like everyone.
I think wait. Oh, this one is interesting. Someone says it's a red flag if they won't go to therapy when their insurance covers it. And so we talked about this like a lot earlier, and this one feels too deep. You know what I mean? Like there's too many layers of therapy. Like, okay, if you need to go to therapy, you say you need to go to therapy and it's free and you're just not going, like I guess that's a red flag, but I don't know if they don't want to go to therapy. I guess you can't be mad that they don't go to therapy.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about because like, thankfully on my parents' insurance, it's a very small copay for me to go to therapy. But I don't know. Some days I have days where I'm like, yeah, I want to go to therapy. And then other days I'm like, meh. And we were joking because I was on the phone with my mother last night. And I don't know if it was last week's episode or the one before, I made a joke about how I should go to therapy because of my parents' divorce. And my mother took that so literally. My sister is now on the hunt to find me a therapist. And I got a lovely email from a therapist like earlier this week. And she's like, hi, Jamie, I'm taking on new clients and I would love to talk to you about how you can get through your parents' divorce. I'm like, this happened when I was 4 years old, but okay. My sister was like, yeah, sorry. I guess I had to go into some specifics so she knew what she had to talk about. I'm like, oh my God. So I personally don't find that as a red flag because I know how I am with therapy and I know that I'm not that I'm totally against going, but I'm not 110% about going. So if somebody doesn't want to go, I would never want to force them to go.
No, you can't force someone to do therapy. I don't think that's a red flag. I think that's maybe a conversation starter, perhaps. Get in there, get deep. I don't know. No, I have you beat on people making me appointments. You actually know about this. I had a friend of mine. I was just joking around about maybe wanting a boob job one day. Just like not anything serious.
Oh my God.
She literally made me a consultation in Charleston.
Yep.
I'm like, I can't afford titties right now. I can't go. I thank you, but I can't go.
I was shocked. I'm like, oh, wow, you're going? You're
I was
really
like,
going to do it?
No, I had to call and cancel and be like, sorry, that was my friend impostering as me. Like, I can't show up for my consultation.
I can't do it. I really can't do it.
Oh my God. Okay, final red flag from you guys. They introduce you by your name only, not as this is my girlfriend so-and-so.
Yep.
I think that is weird. I love to be introduced as this is my girlfriend, Lauren. Ooh.
I mean, that's such an exciting moment, especially if you're meeting their family and they're like, oh, this is just Lauren. This is just Jamie, or this is my friend. Whoa, call me your friend. I will walk away immediately. I don't
like
need
the
to meet
jest, actually. I'm going to be like, this is just Jamie.
Yeah. That's it. Plain and simple. We don't need to get any further than that. Yeah, I definitely think that is a red flag for sure. Because it's like, if you're spending all your time with this person, posting about them, doing all these things, like, why are you not just going to admit it for what it is?
Title that shit.
Title it. Put it on.
Green
Guys,
flag.
Green flag.
So thank you all. We got like a lot of submissions. Thank you all so much. That was really fun.
So good. So good. I know we have a lot of fun with these episodes. And if you guys have any ideas about what you might want to hear us talk about, please let us know, DM us or send us an email, whatever you want to do.
Hit us up, y'all. Yeah. So with that, we will wrap it up. New episodes drop every single Monday morning, bright and early. We are available as a video show on YouTube, or you can listen audio only on Spotify, Apple, Google, all of the things. And make sure that you subscribe to us on YouTube and follow, rate all the things on everything else.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have some exciting news about a network that we will be on.
Yeah.
We can share that probably next week. That will be our thing.
Yeah, hopefully coming soon.
Yeah. And also follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook also, and TikTok at Chicks and Dip Pod, POD. You can follow us on our personal Instagrams. Mine is Jamie Burton, but with 2 A's.
Mine is at Lauren_Wolverton.
Awesome. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah. And one more time, thank you so much to Neutral for supporting the Chicks and Dip podcast. And y'all have a good weekend.
See ya.
Week. Bye.
Weekend. Have a good week.